I know it's a cold day, but you will not only see this smile, you'll also see this smile. So I'm here to share my story. I attended the Centonomy 101 class, and I just want to share a bit about the reason as to why I wanted to attend it and what I got out of it. I report on health matters, and maybe you know my face. I used to work at NTV. I changed jobs yesterday. But I'm still in the health communication field. I'm with Japaigo right now as a health advocate. So I'm still in the health field, still telling stories of health. The reason as to why I wanted to attend the Centonomy 101, initially I'd wanted to go to entrepreneurship. You want to do entrepreneurship because you want to do business. I said yes. But how are your finances in the first place? Are you organizing yourself well? Is the money you're having controlling you, or are you in control of your money? And I gave it a thought and I said, well, I think let me start with this asset that I have, first of all, which is myself. And I said, let me go to Centonomy 101. And I would make it, I know I talk a lot, but I want to make it very short. One of the things I learned and was very, very, very important to me was managing debt. I had, you know, the way you would have a loan here to pay for your master's and you have something here to buy your plot or something. So I decided, when after attending the class, I realized there's this 10K every month that if I put it aside to pay my loan, well, if I use it, I don't see where it's going. But if I put it aside and pay my loan slowly, you know, I'm reducing and I'm getting to be better. So I decided that was one of the main lessons that I took from that class, that debt management. I'm in control. Like right now, I know I have planned what I have, I know what extra I can put on this. Or the last pay, what I did, one of the things I did is that the last pay increment I had, I said, you know what, I'm not used to this money. But you know, if it comes in, you'll start just using it. So I decided, can I take it to help me pay my debt? And I cleared within a very short time. And maybe I wouldn't have done that if I had not attended this class. Something else that now this is my favorite, living abundantly. I enjoy my life. I'd like to go out and take our daughter out and you know, just live, have fun and all that. So when I attended the class, last year, I said I want to go out for a trip. My daughter has been saying that, let's go out, ma'am. Not in the country, let's do an outside the country trip. So this Living Abundantly class taught me that if you plan, you can as well go out for a trip if you want. And for me, given that I like health, for me, money, yes, but your health also comes first. And health also depends on how relaxed you are and all that. Yeah, so it's part of my health. So we said, okay, I'm going to do this. Actually, I saved. Our daughter saved also, because she'll get her pocket money and she'd give me 100 bob and say, Mom, this is for our trip. This is for our Dubai trip. And we managed. We went to Dubai for 21 days. You know, like we just saved like that. And you know what is interesting is that we did not borrow any money. We just took but the saving took a bit of some time, but you see, we planned for it. Right now, we're already saving for another trip. So we have decided we'll be traveling Kenya. And we are saving. My daughter saves, I save, and we make sure that we live abundantly. Something else about living abundantly that I also got was using my skills to earn money. I report. I have a very authoritative voice. There are times when you go to places where they need an MC, like they would say a serious MC, that authoritative, whatever. Most of the time, I would wait for those invites to come. But now I go out. I tell them I am here. And since I attended Centonomy, I would say like, I don't know how much money I've made out of it, like depending on the event. I've made almost 400K, 500, just with my mouth, you know? Like, so most of the time I would just sit and wait. Oh, Choge, do you have time? And then I used to even say, oh, I work late, I don't have time. Most of those jobs are in the night. Just do your makeup well and you're out and you come out with 60K or 40K. Then something else about using your skills. I'm also a trained teacher. I teach Sunday school. I've taught Sunday school for 19 years. So about teaching is that I'm very easy with the training. I train youth, and most of the time I would do it for free. I mentor. But something else I realized after the class is that I can use this to also get money. You know, it's not also all volunteer work. So I did proposal in the counties, and I said I'm going to train in an area that I know. So right now I have contracts with like 6 counties to train them. I train their communication people on how to tell their stories, because most of the time their stories don't get out, or if they get out, they're only bad stories. But it does not mean they do not have good stories. And I have a contract with like 6 counties. And that would not have happened if maybe I did not attend this class, you know. Now I know that I do not need to wait for that pay slip at the end of the month. And there was a month, actually two months, my pay met in the bank. I didn't go to take it. I used what I got on the side. So like, you know, so like your pay meet, it never used to happen. So it does happen nowadays. Something else that I really took out of this is that when I saved, like most of the time, like when I tell you what we saved for a trip, that money would usually be in a bank. And the interest is not as much. And one of the things we were taught is that remove that 50K that is in the bank. Go and get bonds, you know. You'd earn more. You'd earn more. So that is what I'm starting out. I'm hoping to get more money and even add more, because at the end of it all, it's the same 50K. You had it anyway, but you're putting it in a place where it's not adding you. It's giving you interest, but not as much interest as you'd get somewhere else, you know. So it's just about you calculating when you would need it and like that. So that is one of the vital roles. So if you have a 50K, go and buy bonds and put it there. You'd get more money other than the interest that you're getting in the bank. My favorite part again that I also learned is chamas. I like the bit that, because I'm a woman, and most of our chamas nowadays we have moved. It's about investment. But before we get to investment, there's all this, let's meet here. Before other people come, we have already done nyama. Before other people come, you've bought this wine. By the time the meeting is starting, you spend 750, you know, or 1,000 bob. Yeah? And you had not planned on that, but you think, oh, we are socializing. Was it in your budget? No, you went there to discuss business. And if at all you're going to do that every other time, and then most of the time would get there, disagree. You know, you want this, somebody else, no, we have this and that and that. And I realized then something else we really used to disagree on was contribution. Everyone was so afraid. We said, let's just have 10K. Was it 10 or 5? Let's just have 5K. All of us to contribute 5K. So I asked, what if I want to contribute 10K? They were like, no, it will not bring uniformity, it will this and that. A lot of issues. Then we moved to 10K. But there were people who were willing to put in more money so that we move faster and get return. So me, I thought, I'm better off putting my shilling at a place where if that shilling of mine joins with another person who's giving out his 50,000, and it will bring more value to my shilling, then I'd rather be in that place. And I was not afraid to move out of our chama. It was a chama of classmates. We've been together for the last 8-10 years. We are friends, you know. But it's not, oh, we have been together, this together feeling. My together feeling, we'll still be friends. But here I'm here to make money. So I moved to another investment club, and when I moved to the new investment club, the number one told me, we are not a chama, we are an investment club. Then I had to negotiate because they had built themselves, so you had to pay $1 million bob first before you joined to be at par with everyone else. So you're just removing your money this other side and bringing, but mine was not getting to that. But I really negotiated and said, I'm coming in with value. So I moved to a chama that, and I'm not afraid to say right now, after it's some time now, but looking at how we're doing things like, right now we're doing flats in Kitengela, and everyone has a target. So the minimum, we've been told everyone contribute 360. But last week we had a projection, the finance, we have a finance director. Eh? The finance director says, if you put money like this, this is the amount of money you're going to get at the end of this and this. Do you know I have not done the 360? Last week, yes, I put in 500K. I said, you know what? If I'm going to put more and get more, then that's the investment club I want to be. So do not be afraid of moving out of that chama that is still holding you back, that is still saying, oh, you know, we are together, we are family, we are friends, we can just contribute 10,000 together. I'm not seeing any value in all of us contributing equal amounts. I mean, we should be able to calculate and pay you back or get shares worth your contribution. That to me was my greatest lesson. And I'm looking at that investment club as one of my retirement plans. Like, that's what I will earn in future. But now, so much about myself. I'm so done about myself. But there's somebody else I really want to speak about who also attended this Centonomy class and is not here. And I'm going to squeeze her in my time. We are a family of 8 children, married, that makes 16. Many grandchildren, that makes another 16. So we are a huge family. And as a family, it's our big sister who started coming to Centonomy. After Centonomy, the next thing she was doing pig farming. She's taking her pigs to Farmer's Choice. The next thing, she recruited all of us. But the most important thing she did to all of us is that she introduced us to the Teens Boot Camp. We have children. So the Teens Boot Camp is this, allow me to just speak a little about it. It's for children, yeah? And you want to train your children to, because what you was saying is that if I knew about this maybe earlier, it would have made a difference. So by the time we are finishing, we hear about the Teens Boot Camp. It's our big sister. We brought in 3 of our children. There's some slides that are going out. That's my daughter. She's a chef. She cooks. She's the one who actually, the video that was going there, she said that if she adds value to her cakes and put fruits in her cake, she would make more money. Now, she's 10 years old. The boot camp was recruiting, how old, 13s? From 13, it's a teen club thing. Now, after looking at this and having trained and having thought that if I had started earlier, I would be better, I said, you know what, Centonomy has to take my daughter. So I had to negotiate and even send them pictures and say, you see, this girl is really enterprising. She sells, she goes to the kitchen, she makes samosas and sell, you know, and that time I think she was 9, you know, that this is a child you really need to have in this class. So one of the things that, and I'm very grateful that they took her up despite the age, but her, you know, they say age is just but a number. Now for her, it's real. Age is just but a number. She's more of a business person than myself. So now she makes cakes and sell. So after Centonomy, after the Teens Boot Camp, the first thing she comes and tells me is that, Mom, I moved to Kitengela and I'm still struggling with electricity, with power. Mom, I don't want when I come out of school in August, she's in boarding school, not to make cakes because we do not have power. Can you fix power? I want to make more cakes. So I asked her, what are your plans? I said, you know, when we go for classes, they're going to have another class in August. You know, when you go for classes, we are given cakes. So I want to ask Centonomy to be buying my cakes, you know? So I have to be going with cakes to class. So that is one of the things that she came out of that. And then there's a time I wanted to take them out to do pizza. Because she's in boarding school, I thought that they've not done pizza in a long time, Then she said, no, for now it's just a want. It's not a need. Instead, give me that money, you know? And I'm like, what do you mean? He said, no, you're still willing to buy. And I said, no, we were going to share. He said, it's okay, let's share the money. Like, okay. So when she was opening school, she said, now it's a need because I'm going to miss it. And that other money that you gave me, here it is, but I'm just contributing to it, but you're still buying the pizza. So, so she put aside her 300 bob, she gave me 50 bob, and now bought another pizza. But for me, a 10-year-old whom, she's used to, Mom, I want pizza. But anyway, she does not get every other time she wants. But she says, no, that's not a want now. It's a need, Then something else that she does, after that Centonomy Teens Bootcamp class, she said, Mom, I want my ATM card. I want to know how much you've put in my account and how regularly you do it. Can I see the statement? I said, okay. Said, we don't have time. She said, August. So, because we didn't have much time, I said, August, I don't want you to bring me the statement. Can we go to the bank together? I said, okay, we'll go to the bank together. And, my ATM first. So I gave her her ATM card, and she's like, let's do this. And what was more important was, like, when she's in boarding school. Now she said, I buy her better tins to make better designs of cakes. I'm not a chef myself. Like, if you'd see in the photos, she's with other people. I take her I actually negotiated with a cafe to take her to be training her. So when she's off, she goes to that cafe to learn. So she's mentored by chefs, yeah? So because I will not do all that. But what is interesting also, before Centonomy, we would cook samosas. She makes very nice samosas. We would cook samosas for my guests. Now she has said, the next time I have guests, I will pay for those samosas. She will make the samosas on her budget. She buys her own unga. She does not take anything of mine. She buys her own unga. She has her own kabati. Yeah, but now she's not going to use mine. She's going to use hers, and I'm going to pay for her service. She's going to help me as a daughter, but I'm going to pay for the samosas. Yeah, and I said, that is fine. That is, like, I wish I was like that. Anyway, it's good that you brought up this so that we bring up a generation that understand about money. But the last thing that I would also want to say is that for me and my family, and remember, there's also my brother and sisters that came. We also have our children, other children that came. One of them sells bracelets. You know what kind of mindset you have created in these children, Like, you have a child who is able to plan her finances, to say that, Mom, this is not what I need now. It's just a want. And this is a 10-year-old, For me, as a mother, I really feel great. Then something else, before Centonomy, she would actually owe her 10,000 shillings. After Centonomy, she said, Mom, you would need to pay that with interest. So I said, how much interest? She said she would ask her teacher to calculate how much she would charge me. So I don't know whether she has made a phone call to the teacher. But what is interesting is that her shopping, because I owed her 10,000, I gave her, she said she wants it for shopping. This is after Centonomy, this term, when now they're going back to school. After the class, she said she wants to do her own shopping. She asked me, why are you shopping for me? Yes. Now her business idea to make money is to make money out of the shopping. So she took her money. I shopped, but it is her money. Everything, she had a receipt. She was calculating. No, she's selling it to me. So she has her receipts, and we have filed. So she's written if it's sanitary pads 65, she's decided to put 68 or 70. Then if she bought pencils at this amount of money, she put this, because I do not have power. I did not allow her to make cakes over the holiday because I did not have power. So she lost out. And she still needed to make money during the holiday. So we did shopping and she charged me. She did her own calculation and said, for this, so I think she made like 500, 1,000 more on the shopping list. But she actually calculated, it was not a general figure. For this, she would add 3 shillings. For this, she would add 5 shillings for this. And we would put it together. So for me, Centonomy is not just about me. If I have a 10-year-old child who tells me, Mom, this is not what I need now, it's just a want. And a child who tells me, oh, Mom, when are you having visitors? I make for you samosas so that I make money also. I really think we are going to go places. She's going to be a great chef. If she's doing this right now, and this was before Centonomy, you can imagine what she will do more after Centonomy. So to close, I'd like to just play a video of hers and to just show like this child and and that video was recorded before Centonomy. You can imagine what she would do after learning about money. So it's not just about me, it's also about family, it's about making sure also our children grow. So those of us who have children, the Teens Boot Camp, I would recommend. Honestly, for me, I do not even have issues nowadays discussing money. She said, how much have you put? How much had you budgeted? Oh, so what do we need to do? You know? Yeah. So if you could have the video, please.
Hi guys, my name is Tiftifshe and I'm 10 years old. I love cooking. I bake on Friday nights for deliveries on Saturday. I bake on Saturday night for deliveries on Sunday. Now place your orders of this yummy delicious cake and I promise you, you will enjoy it. So yummy.
So I want to end on that. You imagine that child, and with the knowledge of Centonomy, where else she's going to go. Thank you so much.